Welcome to Swiss Cheese Trails, where I'm hiking across the country of Switzerland. Today we're in the town of Jaun with a beautiful waterfall and an alpine view. A little overcast, but hey, we're hiking the country. Some days are going to be overcast, some days are going to be beautiful and sunny. Welcome back to Swiss Cheese Trails. We're on segment 20. You'd never know it. We don't know where we are here today. Well, we're up high, about 1,400 meters. And we're halfway between Schwarzsee and Jaun. And we're reaching the highest peak here. So that's what's going on. The satellite, the radar, I checked numbers of times, including before getting on the train. And these clouds aren't supposed to be here. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have a better day. But I did in the back of my mind say, hey, what happens? Well, we're gonna get some film. Tomorrow is mostly valley hiking, so it's not like we're gonna have huge mountain views until you get closer to Gruyere. So we're not really missing a whole lot of long views. And for the time being, this is pretty interesting. So this happens, if I was through hiking without doing day segments, if I was truly through hiking, this would be pretty normal. So, I don't know what through hiking on the Washington State portion of the PCT is in the States, but I gotta believe this is pretty darn common. In the meantime, we're still going up. Thanks for tuning in today. The ghostly Swiss Alpine, not so panoramic today trail. Still some really neat shots. All right, thanks for tuning in. Hey, welcome back to Swiss Cheese Trails. Every now and then there are little segments that are a little scary, and this happens to be one of them right here. In addition to it being wet and cold and slippery is assumed if it's wet, but it's nicely steep. I mean, you fall down that, it's going to be hard to stop until the bottom. We do have this nice little bridge. This reminds me of, well, a number of hikes that I've done, but Santis, a couple of hikes over in Santis area have rails like this, and of course as you get up to altitude. So the clouds haven't left us. I just had a snack. That was a good thing to have a snack. I was starting to get a little tired. My pace has slowed down dramatically. I started off the first video you saw, and you can hear it, my energy level. When we were down at the lake, the path was just smooth and clean, and I was doing about 3 miles an hour. I mean, I was hauling. And thankfully so, because I've now slowed down to probably 1.5 miles, about half that speed, because every step is measured. And, not all the time, obviously, this is unique that we're at this kind of a cliff, but every step has to be, measured, because slipping and falling is knee, ankle, wrist breakage time. So your speed goes down. I assume I'm going to be cutting across here. I saw at one break that this is going to be challenging. Slow going. So I do want to point this out. This is a section of the trail that if it were sunny and warm, it'd probably be very different, but it's cold and wet. So just beware. The weather is always something to be cautious of. Thanks. Welcome back to Swiss Cheese Trails. I'm in a barn. Actually, I'm getting out of the rain. It's been misting pretty heavily, so all my stuff's wet. And I'm just taking a little break. It's kind of my first sit-down break because everything's wet. I'm only 3 kilometers away from Jaun, but I still have to go over Euschelspass, which is about 25 minutes and more uphill. I was not able to pull up a weather report myself, but I was able to text to my home base and got an update that it's only going to get worse. So I'm going to get on with the hike. I will hopefully get under the clouds and begin to, give you some views. Otherwise, I'll see you in Jaun, where there's a waterfall and a bunch of bakeries and hotel. Yeah, there's not even cows right here. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. All right, we made it up to the highest point. We're at 1,568 meters. The wind's pretty strong. Hopefully I'm blocking it from the speaker. This is Euschelspass. I'm really going out over my skis on that one. So I'm only going to say it once. It's the last pass before Jaun. Before Jaun. The trail up here from the barn was, farm road, so that was an easy pass. But it says there's an hour left to get to Jaun, and that's only really 2 kilometers away. So I'm a bit worried that looking at it, this portion of the trail is going to be dicey.